Thursday. Woo!
Woo!
We got a light staff tonight.
Yeah. Where's
Well,
Josh?
Josh said he'll be in a little bit. He's
All right.
got something going on, and then Gabe is doing something with his race car.
Yeah, his first track weekend is this weekend, so he's
Something
prepping
like
for
that.
that.
Yeah. So, hey, reasonable. We'll accept it.
That's
It's
a good, yeah.
car-related excuse. We will. We'll do that.
That's better next week when Josh and I will be drinking whiskey. So
That's interesting. They already have the 456 apart.
holy cow!
That didn't take long. I mean, it's not a super complicated car.
Yeah.
And so that's actually not that surprising. But yes, the 456 is no longer in our possession.
It's back to Kansas.
It went back to its home.
Not under its own power.
No, definitely not. Don't think it would have made it. And certainly, if it made it, it probably would have damaged it.
Yeah.
So damaged it further, I should say, considering the head gasket's already blown.
I still give the thing props to come all the way to, Texas. Holy cow!
So the thing I'm trying to figure out is I wonder if it already was starting to let go, because it did have a rough start. Like
It did. Yeah.
when Hoovie started it, when we bought it, it was a hard start, and I think it's one of those where maybe like I don't think Hoovie realized that that's not normal, and like we kind of were like, like when it hard started, we were like,
Yeah.
all right. And he's like, no, don't worry, it cleans up. And I'm like, well, okay, sometimes certain Ferraris do that, but
Yeah. But every start after it warmed up was fine. So I think that's why you initially just said, okay, it's fine. Right?
yeah, exactly. So, but hindsight, right? Hindsight,
Yeah.
like, no, that probably was the head gasket starting to go. It probably was already losing compression.
Mm.
The fact that the spark plugs were super loose.
Yeah.
Like I am pretty confident those things were not sealing.
That makes the surging going through Fort Worth even more hilarious.
Yeah.
Like somehow we made it through that shit.
Yeah, that was anyway.
Because there's only one free seat in that convoy, so one of us had to stay with the car, and you owned it. So
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
I was going home that night.
Right. Oh man. So yeah. Anyway, that car is gone.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. That was
Yeah.
That was our fear, because we were like, man, these bolts don't seem like they're torqued correctly. Like they had Champion spark plugs in there, like
wow.
which is fine if you have a lawnmower, but like in a Ferrari, I'm like, dude, like no, like I don't know, Denso or like something that's reasonable, like NGK,
Yeah.
something. But yeah, there's lightning going on. It's really stormy here.
Yep.
Um,
Hopefully
but
the power doesn't go out. But
yeah,
I
am not surprised that we knew about the engine being rebuilt in Dubai, and whoever did the rebuild, I wouldn't buy their, I wouldn't use them in the future. So yeah, I'm curious. I want to see the videos that they come out on that, just because I'm really curious how bad it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna be interested to watch that one for sure. That whole series.
Yeah. Just because now it's like I'm involved. I want to see, what's funny is the tailpipes. I pointed this out to the guys. The tailpipes on the right bank are rusted.
Oh.
And on the left bank, there was carbon deposits. So you could tell it's been blowing coolant out the exhaust enough to rust it. It's like, amazing. It's like that's not good.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's not just like, oh, this just happened. Like this has been going on for a little bit.
Oh man.
So
it's rough.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, they'll be able to rebuild it, and I think it'll be funny is when Hoovie drives it after it's been properly rebuilt. he's gonna be like, "This is amazing!" Like,
Yeah, there's so much power.
oh my god! Because I was like, man, it doesn't feel like as much power as it should. Like, you read the numbers out, and you're like, this stuff doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
So Josh will be in a little bit. Gabe is driving or towing his race car to go racing this weekend. So Josh will be in soon, I think. Speaking of the devil. Yo. Oh, dang, there's like good lightning going on at your place,
Dude,
too.
if my computer might turn off at any time. I've been having like power surges and stuff, so
Oh wow.
it's getting crazy at my place.
Yeah. That's how it was a little over an hour and a half ago here. It was intense. It was good. I was just I actually got hail here.
Yeah.
They were like, quarter size.
That's enough to damage a car.
Oh yeah.
It may have. My neighbor took a picture of. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's enough to damage a car for sure. You
Yeah.
won't see it unless you look at it in the right light, but you can.
I'll check
Which cars are outside?
the Mini and the truck. I'm
That's
more
no
worried
big
about
deal.
the Mini than the truck.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I got my new camera. That's why it looks better.
Ah, yes.
Look at this. Wait, you can do this.
You finally
now?
did it! Yay!
Oh, it's funny. So hold on, going back. Wizards rebuilding the 456. Yes. Actually, it's his guy. I think Daniel's his name. How's Steven 430 been? It's sitting in a garage waiting on cables.
Yep.
Guesses on the cost of the 456 rebuild. The parts alone could easily be $5,000, depending. I don't know. I don't know what all they're going to do to it. What all it needs.
Well, if it's just the head gasket, the parts are going to be like $50.
There's gonna be more than just gaskets, though. Those head gaskets are expensive. They're not $50 gaskets.
I mean, it won't be that much. It's all about the labor. That's what's going to cost the money.
True.
Yes,
Yeah.
the labor is going to be a lot. I mean, yeah. Oh, Dan, you should ask Casey if you can review his Roma. I would actually like to.
That'd be cool.
He'd probably let us do that.
Oh, here you go. Lotus Club in Austin keeps inviting me to go to events. I got the Lotus back from the Wizards with a clean bill of health. Maybe I can see if I can make it south. I enjoy being stranded in new places.
British car problems. I love it.
Yeah. Wizard ain't cheap. I don't know. I wonder what he charges per hour.
I mean, not cheap is probably a good thing when you're rebuilding.
Yeah, I don't know if you want cheap when you're playing with Ferrari parts. I don't know. Like, that's one of those where I'm like, yeah, I don't want the $5. Who was that?
Oh, that was Allison coughing.
Oh, okay.
They like to come in here. Every time I get on here, they all come in here.
You have the popcorn gallery
Yeah.
just off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't hear the thunder maybe on the camera, but it's definitely there. It's
Oh, yeah.
shaking my whole house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's definitely thunder here.
We're going to have a strobe warning between your window and my window.
Yeah, that was a good one. Dude, and I stood outside for a good 10 minutes just watching it, and like the lightning, you could see the strikes hitting the ground.
Oh, wow.
It was a lot of lightning. Yeah. It was. I should show the. Whoops. the little map shows all the little lightning strikes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It's not looking too good.
Just covers up the whole radar.
Yeah, it's just all lightning strikes everywhere.
Normal guy super rave. Yeah, I like that.
Super rave. Have we gotten rid of the Huracan? No.
Aw. That guy
Not yet.
didn't come through? Or is it just
So
pending?
There's still one guy that I think might actually be a buyer.
Cool.
We'll see.
The one guy, we're gonna have to tell his story on a video. I think you get to tell it this time, Josh, because actually we need to combine that with the story of the other guy with the 720.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing, just another dude, right?
Yeah.
So, the reason we were talking about the 456, so we sold it back to Hoovy and took his Mercy on trade, or I should say, we traded in the 456 on the Mercy. I don't know, whatever it is. We worked it out. So we bought the Mercy. So we have his Mercy. So, yes.
Very nice.
Oh, I still have the Chrysalis for my RAM.
How much is 200,000 in Canadian?
That's like only like 170,000 or something, like, right?
148.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow, the
Canadian
dollar
is
is really, dang. I didn't realize it was that far off now.
You have to get a little higher than that.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah, the AMG GTR and the Huracan not moving surprised us
Yeah.
as well. Believe me. So I especially like the color. I thought for sure purple Lamborghini would be like shoe-in, right?
Yeah.
yeah, right.
So that's making us a little bit nervous about the Murcielago because we're not having good luck with Lamborghinis, but we'll see. I mean, we're gonna have one of the cheapest Murcielagos on the market.
Yep. With an
So-
easy access port to do transmission fixes.
Hey, man. I'll tell you what, though. I drove. I filmed my review of it
Ooh, nice.
and drove it to Howard the other day, and I love that car.
I drove it and I don't love it.
Oh, dude.
It's terrible.
It's exactly. That's why it's so amazing. So amazing. Do you think interest rates are messing with sales? I don't think they're helping, for sure.
I don't think on these cars a lot of people pay cash for them. So
Yeah, I don't know if it's. I would say it's probably slowed some of the supercar market, or at least it's made it. It's made it so from like just fever pitch to just normal, right?
Yep.
So, is the Mercy for sale? Yes. What's wrong with it? The driver's side airbag light is on. Apparently, we don't know if it's the airbag itself or the clock spring. It's one of the two. Why do we keep buying cars that don't sell? Good question. If I knew
we
the
keep getting them on trade. We got them all on trade on other cars. So
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't buy the Huracan, and we would rather have a Murcielago that runs than a 456 that doesn't. So, yeah.
I think we've sold close to 50 cars now. So we have
Yeah.
sold a lot.
Do you think the aftermarket stuff is what makes it harder to sell? Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think it doesn't help. Honestly, I think maybe the color is a bit outrageous, and so it's a very specific buyer.
Hmm.
Our 430s and 360s are best sellers a day, absolutely. Yep.
In the
Only
458.
had the one 360 that was silver was hard to sell, and that's it. Everything else we've had just sells.
Yep.
It's like a go-kart kind of feeling with the Mercy. No, not at all.
It's more like a tractor.
It's like a muscle car. It's an Italian muscle car with very poor visibility.
That just makes it fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I love the video on the new garage. Lots of potential in that building. I agree. That's why I'm trying to buy it. Shop update, Dan. Okay, well, speaking of that, so I'm just not a whole lot to report on. I talked to our bank. We got the bank stuff going. So it's going to be a horrible interest rate because everything's a horrible interest rate right now. So the thing I'm not sure on is, do I lock in my interest rate for the off chance that rates just keep going up, or
Yeah,
or do I do an ARM? And but
What?
you know,
Yeah.
if I do a locked in interest rate, I probably would refi it if the rates came down a decent amount, right?
yeah. I mean, but if it's locked, you don't have to risk it going up further either.
Right.
So
So like, I mean, I feel like there's a very, very strong probability rates are going to come down in the next 1 to 2 years. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that they're going to come down late this year. So, but I mean, you just never know, right? Like shit could hit the fan and interest rates could keep going up. I just don't know.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I mean, 70s were worse than the 80s for interest rates.
Yeah,
so.
like buying houses like 20-something% interest rates and crazy shit like that.
Yep.
So, they're talking probably like 8.5 to 9% interest, but that's kind of like the going rate for commercial properties right now. It is what it is.
Yep.
So,
yeah, hard. Not much you can do about it, right?
yeah. Would you set up a studio at the new building where you can film, edit, and upload all at location? I mean, we'll have a studio, probably like a nice area where we can film and show off the cars and everything, but I don't know if I'm going to necessarily like set up my computer and stuff there. Like we'll have a computer there, just whatever, but I don't think like the setup I have right here, I don't know if I'll move that there just because I still want to be able to work from home. But like part of the problem is like I don't want to have like too expensive setups, because the setup to edit and all that stuff is, you need a reasonably powerful computer and a good monitor and all that stuff. So
yeah, and you have to have internet there, so you're at least you'll be able to do stuff in the off chance you need to, but it's not going to be like a permanent. Yeah,
correct. Yeah. As someone in Austin who's not found any Cars and Coffee, how do I find these local meetups? Facebook? Yeah, actually go join the group Sweet Rides of Central Texas.
Yep. There's a ton of stuff posted there.
There's stuff going on all the time there. And as far as like the big Cars and Coffee, did it come back yet?
Or They did one as far as I know.
Yeah, I thought they were bringing it back. I don't know. Make a green screen and rent it out to influencers. No thanks. Yeah, commercial loans are.
Yeah,
the whole commercial real estate is kind of stupid. Like, it's just totally different.
Yeah, the balloon stuff too is crazy.
Yeah, they're like, oh, like we'll just have you pay a tiny bit of money and then wham.
Yeah, in 3 years you'll have $500,000, right? Great.
Yeah, it's just whoa. Speaking of Cars and Coffee, have you ever thought of coming out to Cars and Coffee in Houston? I actually did a couple times, like years ago. That was a good one. Yeah. Oh yeah, Cars and Coffee San Antonio is supposed to be pretty big now. I think, isn't it at like SeaWorld or something like that?
Holy cow.
Like, it got big.
Let's be real though. San Antonio has a better car scene than Austin does.
What?
Yeah.
No.
There's a good car scene down there.
I don't know about that.
There is.
It's less exotics though, right?
Austin's kind of weird. Yeah, less exotics for sure.
There's more car people.
Yeah.
So the volume is, but that's quantity, not quality. Come on,
Civics need a place to hang out too.
The stuff I want to see, I'm going to see more of it in Austin than San Antonio.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Six Flags, that's right. It's at Six Flags.
Okay.
Yeah. Josh is right. I don't know.
For supercars, it's debatable. Houston's probably better.
Oh yeah. No, it's
or Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas. The Dallas one's supposed to be pretty nuts too.
The car scene in Austin's kind of weird. It's like kind of like a weird mix of stuff, and
it's got everything.
But it's not real. It's not crazy like some places I've been.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely a problem. People see these nice cars and they almost crash their cars trying to get pictures of it.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
No, we're in Austin, Anthony.
Yeah, we're in Austin.
we're in Austin. Yeah, the next COTA CNC is April 30th. Why did I think in October? Austin is now an electric Cars and Coffee scene. I mean, there's definitely some of that. There's definitely, but whatever. Whoops, dropping stuff. Yeah, the lightning show behind you, Josh, is
Well, out my window, I have I see the lake out my window, and it goes really far. So I've got like a panoramic view of the hill country right there, and it's just lighting up the sky.
Yep.
Yeah. I live in Lakeway area, so seeing exotic is very common. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yep. It's just all about like where I used to live was pretty close to like Westlake. Dude, that's some good grumbling.
It's gone south of me now, so I'm not getting as much.
I don't even think it's raining here anymore. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Dan, you can't ship Blackview cameras to Canada anymore. I ordered one from NGS over a year ago, and it's awesome. One another would rather support NGS than some unknown Amazon seller. Unfortunately, we cannot. They don't want us shipping those out of the country. I think it has to do with like they have different resellers in different countries, and so we're not authorized to be a reseller outside of the country. In fact, we actually basically stopped selling internationally all of the products, with some exceptions, because we ran into some cases of fraud, and also we have much higher like credit card fees for international cards. So it just, those things combined make it so it's not really worth it for us to do it. We kind of lost some money on some of those deals, so we're like, what's the point? And it's like, if someone scams us out of the country, it's not like we're ever going to get any of that back.
Yeah.
So
if someone proxy sell it for JS360.
Yeah, right. That's how we've done it before, but if you're out of the country and you want something from us, like if you want like a big exhaust order or something like that, we'd probably work with you, but you'd basically have to wire us the money. Like we won't do a credit card transaction anymore, because we're paying like, once you add up all the credit card fees, it's like 5%. So we're like, this is stupid. Like, our margins aren't that big. Let's see here. Did you see the guy with the CNC Motors 360 posted an update in the car? Needs 50K. Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, I did not either.
Huh. Are you going to Coda Ferrari Challenge this weekend? I'm considering it. Actually, I wanted to, but now that I'm thinking about what's going on this weekend, I won't have time. So no. Crap.
What's going on this weekend?
I'm going to actually do something recreational on Saturday.
No.
We are going to our old cul-de-sac and having drinks with our old friends.
Nice. Old sack party. Nice.
We're going to have a cul-de-sac party. Yep. We're going to hang out with the old.
Looks like it's going to rain this weekend anyway. So
yeah. And then Sunday, Meg is working, and so I'm on daddy duty. So
take him with.
No. At this age? No. That sounds like torture.
I took Cooper to an F1 race when he was that age.
Dude, you got balls.
Yeah.
Made him wear his little headphones and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Man. Let's see. Not taking the boat out anymore? Nope. I just want it gone. I'm trying to get rid of it. Dan is going to change diapers. I've changed hundreds of diapers. Dan, when you have seen the airbag lights in the past in F430s, what was the main issue? It annoys me. I don't know. I haven't had an F430 with an airbag light.
So it might be an airbag.
A lot of times it's the sensor in the passenger seat. Or it's the seatbelt buckle sensors.
Yeah.
That's typically what it is, but I mean, it could be a lot of other things.
Does the launch give you any more information?
It does on certain cars. It does. It'll tell you exactly what it is.
Yeah, it can sometimes. Am I going to get some of Rachel's baked goods? I hope so. I hope she makes something. I got to figure out what I'm going to bring. I got to bring some food.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, I got a call today. The smoker's shipping finally.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you got a smoker?
Yep.
We got to break that in.
Custom made at a Conroe.
Nice.
Conroe, Texas.
Yep.
I actually have a friend that lives there.
Well, I mean, it's Houston, so I hope so.
Well, but it's Conroe. I mean, specifically in Conroe.
Yeah, the launch does have TPMS. I think you have to buy it extra, but it does have the programming capability.
So how many partners does EAG have? I was watching another channel and he said he was also a partner. I have no idea.
Yeah, ask EAG.
Yeah, ask them. I don't run EAG. Yeah, let's see. Josh, do the launches have a TPMS replacement tool? Yeah, you can get. I have the TPMS scanner thing. Let's see. Apparently, we found something else that Hugh is interested in.
Yeah, right. I like that.
Texas brisket incoming. Hell, yes.
There will be a lot of it. You can fit 4 of them on there, I think.
Damn.
No, more than that. 4 on the bottom shelf. Probably 7
Jesus,
total.
how big of a smoker did you get? God bless.
42 inch. I don't know the gallons. Whatever. Big enough. If you're gonna get one, you might as well get it.
Right.
I've got a Rectech, and it'll do 2 briskets.
Yep.
Rectech?
Yeah, Rectech is the brand of it.
Is it gas or electric or?
It's electric, like a pellet one.
Okay, a pellet.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get a Traeger. I've heard those are supposed to be good, but
Traeger and Rectech are pretty much the same.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
stuff.
a great debate between, like, if you get one hardcore Traeger guy and a hardcore,
I'm sure
it's like cars with the smokers. It's funny.
Them's fighting words.
Yeah.
Good God, are you opening a smokehouse?
I mean, yeah, all day, every day. It is 420 after all.
The only thing about having a big one like that is if you just want to do like one brisket or a pork belly or something, it's kind of a waste because you got to heat the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's so efficient that I'm not too worried about it.
Is it wood or yours is electric too?
Yeah, it's still a pellet, but it I don't know, they have some patent or something that it apparently cooks like an offset. We'll see if that's true.
I like being able to use my phone app to control the temperature and all of that stuff. Cool. It's pretty awesome.
Yep.
I mean, that takes all of the takes the fun out of it, but I'm not really into it.
It does. But it's super nice to like turn it on at lunch, throw some chicken on, and you don't have to deal with it all day. You can just go to work and be done with it.
What are your dogs barking at, Josh?
The lightning.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Mo doesn't give a shit. He's just like, okay.
They don't care about the lightning. It's the thunder.
Yeah. None of that doesn't bother Mo. He's just like,
When my English bulldog used to get so scared, she'd go hide in the closet under as much shit as she could find. She did not like it.
Yeah, it is totally stopped raining here now. It is done.
I think it's coming back here. Oh yeah, it's coming back.
I should check the radar. I think it's totally gone past.
I don't think you're gonna get hit with this next wave I am.
Nope, I'm done. Based on the direction it's moving.
Yeah.
They always make it seem like it's going to be such a huge storm, and it turns out to be this crap.
Well, there was we got over an inch of rain here.
Really?
Yeah, I checked my little rain gauge. Curious if Hoovie was sad to let the Mercy go. I mean, I think a little bit, but he goes through so many cars. I mean, I don't know how many are special to him versus, just tools for his purposes. What up? Mo just smoked a huge bowl for 20 after all. That's true, then Mo's always high.
Yeah. He does kind of act like it sometimes.
He's just lazy. Dude, he's achieved full Bassett. So like you realize he's so lazy now. He doesn't even get up for breakfast. Like so we boot him out of the bed before we fall asleep, because having him on the bed when you sleep is annoying. But then he creeps back into the bed at like 5 or 6 a.m. every day. And then he like sleeps on the bed. And so I get up and I start getting Ash ready and whatever. And he will sleep on the damn bed until literally he hears me take my cereal bowl and put it on the ground. And he hears that clunk. And then he's like, oh, the cereal's ready. I like the cereal. It's better than my dog food. I'll get up for that. And even then now he's so lazy sometimes he doesn't get up for that.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, full Bassett for life.
Do you feel Hoovie is genuine? Hard to tell with the popular YouTubers. Yeah. I think he's pretty accurate in life to YouTube. Like he's not putting on a show. Like he is a goofy, funny guy. I think the only thing I would say is I think he dials up his feigned dumbness. Like he's not dumb, right? He's actually quite savvy, but I think he feigns some of it because it's a good shtick, like he's, like he says, I'm the, dumbest, YouTuber or dumbest car channel on YouTube or whatever. And it's kind of like, oh, you know what you're doing. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, he's super nice, very genuine. Like he's one of the YouTubers I actually enjoy, like hanging out with. Some of them you're like, yeah. Does Mo poop and pee laying down? No. What kind of question is that? He's not that lazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Mo can't jump on the bed really. I mean, he kind of can, but we have a ramp, so he can but he does have to get like a running head start.
Too good.
Dan, I haven't heard you speak on this, so excuse me if you addressed it, but why is Hoovie selling his fleet and his house? I am not at liberty to say. That is his personal business, and that is not for me to disclose. I bet Mo smells great. He does after a bath. What about Stradman?
All dogs do after a bath.
Yeah, right? He smells good for about a week.
Yeah.
That's about it. Stradman is definitely putting on a show for his YouTube channel. He is very different in person than he is on the YouTube channel. I mean, you can see obviously his personality is similar, but he is much more quiet and reserved in person. He's kind of shy, and obviously on his channel he is not. So I would say that's. But at the same time, he's actually very pleasant to hang out with. Very, very, very nice guy. Like super, super nice. Like actually, last time I hung out with him was a while ago. We were at the drag strip in San Antonio, and like he and I were sitting there cracking jokes while everyone else was like doing a bunch of other crap. It was kind of fun.
Nice.
Anyway, yeah, don't boat that Kansas stereotype fool you. I'm not sure that was what it was meant to say. Everyone on that YouTube Wichita crew is like Southern gentlemen, old money wise. Yeah, I feel like a lot of those guys have some bankroll going on that is not disclosed.
There's no new money in Kansas. It's all old money.
It seems like it. Like if you're doing fine in Kansas, you're probably intergenerationally doing fine, is what it seems like. But then again, I don't know. It's so damn cheap there compared to here. Like, if I could make what I make here and live there, if I could tolerate living there, I'd be doing pretty damn good.
Heck yeah.
I'd have a mansion.
I couldn't tolerate it.
Oh, no.
No way.
I would go jump in that pool with cement bricks on my feet. Sorry.
That got dark quick.
I just couldn't. No. Like, nope. What's with all this Z's?
Lotus doesn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
He likes Russia.
Huh? Yeah.
Never mind.
Off-topic question: what is the advantage for a supercar owner to register their cars in Montana? No sales tax, and no emissions inspections, and permanent license plates.
There
That's
you go.
pretty much it. The big
And
downside
a lot of states have property tax that you don't have to pay either.
yeah, not only sales tax but also property tax, like a use tax kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm glad Texas doesn't do that.
Yeah, the registration in some states, like if you register a supercar in California, it can be many thousands of dollars a year.
Crazy.
Yeah. $76 in Texas.
Woohoo!
Doesn't
75
matter.
if you pay online.
75, that's right. What is the advantage for a person to register a car in California? None.
Yeah. Supporting
Zero?
their local government?
Yeah. They have excess money and they want to give it away.
Yeah.
Montana stuff is easy.
Yeah. Why
Yep.
is it? Because there is nothing in Kansas beside corn and cow dung?
There's wheat, Cheryl. There's wheat. I've been there. I've seen it.
Driving through Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas, honestly, it seemed like a very nice city. I was shocked.
Everyone in the Midwest is super nice. Well, not everyone, but the majority
Wow.
of people.
Kansas City had good restaurants.
Yeah, Kansas City's nice. I like Kansas City.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't want to be on the wrong side of town.
Their
in Kansas.
barbecue's good there.
You realize Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas are the reason why the entire U.S. police force is militarized.
Yeah.
Like it was doctrine created in Kansas City that got spread out to the entire country. That now is anyway.
I lived in New Mexico. Like Albuquerque had the highest police shootings in the country.
Really?
So
What the hell?
Kansas City's great, man.
The Aventura cost me $2,700 a year for registration in California.
Woo.
Jesus.
No, thank you. Yeah. Ohio is cracking down on Montana registrations. A couple guys audited say they wanted proof the car was in Montana.
Who wanted proof?
The state.
How would the state of Ohio know they had a car registered in Montana? Unless
Yeah.
they pull them over or something.
Yeah, something dumb has to happen for it to happen. But I mean, it could happen. I don't know. But
Ohio? I don't know anybody that lives in Ohio.
well, William Bowe does.
William Bowe. It seems like I know California was cracking down on that Montana stuff.
Georgia was. I know. Like they were
Georgia.
trying to. I don't think Texas really gives a crap.
I haven't heard of anybody having problems.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one thing if you do like a little bit, but if you start doing like a fleet of cars,
Yeah.
and like the cars are all parked in a warehouse somewhere in the state, then
Yeah.
you're playing with fire a little bit.
That's fair.
But, yeah.
South Dakota is supposed to be easy too. I don't know the details of it, but I know it's supposed to be easy.
When will
Yeah.
Aventura prices fall?
If we knew that.
Yeah, I wish I could predict the future. These guys had 4 or 5 each. I mean, I could see that. I'm gonna have to disagree with this statement.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, great to visit, drive through, see a few things.
Driving through most of it's nothing.
That's true, actually. I was actually talking with, was it Meg or you, Josh? I was saying, I don't know which is worse, the drive to Kansas or the drive to Phoenix.
Oh, we were talking about that.
Because, like, the drive to Phoenix, at least there's some, like, yeah, there's some very, very boring parts of West Texas. Let's be real. It's flat and deserty
New
and
Mexico
whatever.
and most of Arizona is
Yeah.
kind of crap,
You know,
too.
but at the same time, the speed limits are higher. It's pretty sparsely populated, so you can haul ass. But like going up to Kansas, it's like just straight. As soon as you get past Dallas,
Yep.
straight, flat, and windy as hell.
Yeah.
Don't forget bumpy through Oklahoma City.
Oh yeah, that was not such good roads, but
Yeah, it's boring.
yeah. HOA update. I have a meeting with them next week.
So nothing bad to say.
Nothing yet.
There you go.
I have no updates. We'll find out next week, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is windy in Kansas. I got screwed on this last trip. Going up, I had a 40+ mile an hour headwind. And I know it was 40 plus because I watched the news that night and they were like, oh, the wind was 40 miles an hour, blah, blah,
Holy
blah.
cow.
And I'm like, yep, because my gas mileage was ass. Like just absolute shit. Like when you're hauling that trailer, the wind makes such a huge difference. Well, on the way back, the wind shifted 180 degrees and I had a headwind coming the whole way home. I was like, what in the hell? It was only like 30 miles an hour, but still. I was like,
is the Mercy heavier?
Yeah. But I couldn't really.
I bet they're about the same.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't really feel a difference in the weight of the trailer. I could feel a difference in that I loaded the Murcielago further back.
Okay.
Because it's so damn wide, I can't roll it up to where it's tucked in the fenders, because then I can't strap down the rear wheels.
Yeah.
You can't fit your hand between the fender and it's literally a half an inch on each side.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually took a picture of how close it is. You'll love this. When I loaded the damn thing.
Holy cow.
There you go.
That's nuts.
I had to load that by myself without a tow hook, without using the winch, with an E-Gear Murcielago.
Yeah. No thanks. No one would help you?
Well, no one was there.
Oh.
No one was there. I was all by myself. It sucked. That was... I legit was nervous about that. What happened to the other Mercy? I don't know. It's still being worked on. Dan, how'd you get the car lifts out of your trailer? He-Man crew? We had 5 people and a dolly.
Yep. It worked. Actually, a lot better than we thought. Yeah.
It was nerve-wracking, especially the first one, but then we kind of, by the last one, we had it down.
We did.
Yeah.
We were in and out with the last one.
Yeah. Yeah. It was... Yeah, no injuries either. That's great. No injuries. Trailer got messed up. Oh, dude, my trailer... You'll see in the video coming out tomorrow, actually. My trailer got totally screwed. So, when we took off the intake manifold on the 456, we had to disconnect the fuel rails for the injectors, right?
Oh, no.
And I actually read online, it's like, this is not a recirculation fuel. It's not a return line fuel system. It's a one direction. So what happens is the fuel tank will build up pressure from whatever, it'll push out the fuel lines. So you leave the gas cap off. Well, I left the gas cap loose, but clearly not loose enough.
Oh, no.
So it pushed out, I'm not even joking, probably like 2 gallons of fuel into the trailer. And it got underneath my stupid rubber mats and just rotted them out.
Oh my god.
So like I get to the Wizards and I walk up to the trailer and I'm like, man, this thing stinks of like gas. I'm like, I thought it was diesel at first. I'm like, it smells kind of like diesel. And I'm like, man, does my truck have a fuel leak? And I'm like walking around like, what the hell? So we get the 456 out of there and then I go back in and there's giant puddles of fuel and the rubber is all wavy because it had like dissolves like, right? And it just rotted them out. And I was like, oh no.
At least they're all torn up anyway, right?
They were already ripped up, so I tore them out.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, screw this. So, man, that trailer, seriously, you're not lying. The trailer has some bad juju.
Yeah.
This is why don't buy a nice trailer. Buy the crappiest trailer you can, because, yeah.
Did you have any like brake line problems this time at least? Because you've been fighting that for years.
Nope, thank God.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
Yeah. Dan, why didn't you just wait on buying a list? Why go through all the trouble of moving everything? Well, because I was supposed to be building a garage, and I bought them for the garage, but that didn't happen. So they were on a stupidly good sale, and I saved over $1,000 on them. Actually, with shipping, savings, and whatever, I saved like $1,500. So I was like, "Oh, I'm getting a good deal." And yeah, it didn't work that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, that trailer has definitely taken a beating. Yeah. Oh, that's good to know. Rubber and gas is the way to make napalm.
Yeah. I thought it was styrofoam, but
yeah, I always thought it was
good to know.
styrofoam. Rubber probably works too.
Yeah.
Any sort of material that's going to turn into like a gel. So, yeah. Yes. Fun stuff, right?
Always fun stuff.
Yes. Could you sell the lifts for a profit? I mean, if I find some dumbasses who want to pay more than they cost brand new,
yeah,
which is possible, but I doubt it. How's my electric ride mower performing? Awesome, I love it. Try to catch gas in a styrofoam cup. I bet that goes real well.
Yep. For the first
Definitely.
2 seconds.
Yeah, it works for about 1-2 seconds, and then you got a mess. How about some stock tips from Josh?
I'm not getting into that.
That's funny. How's the wizard, Dan? Seems like you guys have meshed well. He actually wasn't there when I dropped off the car this time. It was just his employees and stuff. So, but I've already met him. He's a nice guy. Baytex? I don't know what that is.
Yep, over my head.
Buy whatever he's selling. That's his
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome.
Too much.
Too
much.
Uh-oh. It's raining again, and I can start to hear thunder again. Maybe I'm not out of the woods.
I told you. It's headed your way.
I'm checking the... Oh, there's like a tiny bump. There is a big like lump out in Fredericksburg that might hit us. Depends on the direction it goes. It's kind of... Everything's kind of heading straight east right now, but...
Yeah.
Who
knows?
Oh, so regarding Monterey this year, I know Casey mentioned getting tickets for Quail. Are you guys considering going? I think tickets go on sale soon. Funny thing about that, I have tickets for the Quail.
Hey, I need to talk to you about that, by the way.
Yeah, you owe us money.
Yeah.
So does a bunch of other. So does Casey and Jocko.
Okay. As long as I'm not the last one to pay it.
No one's paid us yet. I've paid.
I could be the first one.
Yeah, actually, that'd be great.
I forgot about that. Yeah, we need to get some money from these people.
Well, yeah. I think I booked a VRBO, and it's expensive.
No, I thought about it when I left your house Friday. I was like, oh shit, I should have asked you about. And then by the time I got home, I was dealing with traffic, and
I was thinking about the other day. I was like sitting there, like, oh crap, we still haven't collected any of that money yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we need to get buy flights sooner than later and everything else. So
yeah, I guess that's the big question is, are we gonna fly out or drive out?
Yeah,
if we
I think we should fly out and rent something because it's cool to have your car there, but man, it's such a hassle.
Yeah,
I mean,
parking down there was such a nightmare. I mean, there's no reason to bring it. We can look at so many cool cars.
It's true.
Anything we bring is going to be a drop in the bucket.
That's true. Like even if we bring our best car, it's still like,
people aren't even going to look at it.
I mean, the only thing would be if we, for some reason, had like a special car we were trying to sell or promote or whatever. Sure. Oh, but the only thing is, I already signed up for the VIP.
Oh yeah.
Well, you can. I mean, whatever.
That was expensive.
Well, we
Do you
can get
have to
out
have a
of that.
car? Or do you just get access to the?
You gotta go. Yeah, it's for a
Yeah.
car. I think.
Hmm.
I think they want you to have a car.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, the problem is with driving out there, it's 2 days out, 2 days back.
Yeah, that's a big problem. It's 4 extra days.
And then
Yeah,
if you park the trailer in LA again, it's another jaunt up there, or you got to find a place to park the trailer.
Well,
in
Cheryl
Monterey.
said we could park the trailer at their house.
Well, that's true, but you're still 3 hours away, right?
I think something like that, right? You're a couple hours away.
That's better than LA, but oof.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to drive an electric scooter around in Monterey during
No.
car week.
No.
Wouldn't be fun.
It seems like you're just going to get hurt. Is Moses barking? No. Moses
No, it's my dogs.
Does that sound like Moe's bark? Someone doesn't know dogs very well. Yeah, I don't bring buy. I mean, that's another option actually, Josh, is we could try and time it where we buy something that's
Yeah,
I mean, did that
reasonably
last year,
priced.
right?
Yeah, last year we did that for the 488.
sure.
I mean, so long as it's a car that we can break even on.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Hell, you could probably buy it and then just leave it out there and never bring it home.
True.
Well,
What's Fred
let's
Fred
buy
want
it-
next? He can
Let's
just
buy a
buy it.
Suburban or something, like an old
Buy a
Suburban.
I mean, yeah, we could do that. That would be funny.
We'd have a car to cruise everybody around in.
Dude, we'll get
Yeah.
a big old van or something.
Yeah, a big van. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, I'm down for that. We
Get
could
it
do
wrapped
that.
just for the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And we could get a Suburban for a couple grand probably
Yeah.
at the auction.
Oops. You're 120 miles to Monterey. That's nothing. Dan, do you have plans
not
for
bad.
personal exotic again and think it would really boost the channel? Nope. All my money's tied up in my business. There's no reason for me to buy a personal car at this point, and it definitely would not help the channel enough to actually be worth the money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
putting your money where it grows is better than a
Right.
car where it won't.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got to consider that we make more money on one car sale than I make all year on YouTube. So, can we expect a short video from the old digs when you visit the cul-de-sac? Nope. That is
Yeah.
personal time, and you are not invading it.
Dumb and Dumber van? Yes, exactly.
Buy my Aventor and drive it back. I mean, if you still have it by then, maybe.
That'd be fun.
We'll buy anything for the right price.
Yeah, right? I mean, clearly, we just bought a Murcielago.
Yeah. That was a trap trade.
Yeah. I mean, I think we'll be able to make money on it.
We'll see.
You're so pessimistic.
That car, I just
It cleaned up nice.
did it.
When I washed it,
I mean, I started scrubbing the leather when we had it there the other
It
day, and it
cleaned
came
up
pretty
good.
clean. Yeah.
yeah. No fry for Dan, not at the moment. I mean, just all in the company, right? Rough estimate on the asking price for Mustang. Pre or post paint?
Good question. Yeah.
If you want it pre-paint, cheap. If you want it post-paint,
Well, the paint's not going to be that expensive,
no. But I mean, it's gonna really change how much people are willing to pay for that car
right?
dramatically, because it's gonna go from being a turd to being really nice.
Yeah.
I'd say pre-paint probably honestly like $35,000. Post-paint probably like 42.
Yeah.
It's not bad for that car.
Oh, it's a screaming deal. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Plans to do another funding round for purchasing cars. It's an interesting
I think-
idea.
I think the only thing that we'd be interested in is some kind of line of credit that we could use that's less than what we're paying now.
Yeah, I mean, if someone has a bunch of money and they want to get a good interest rate that's less than our floor plan interest rate, we would be willing to talk to them about that. That's absolutely something we would consider.
But yeah, the 100 grand or 200 grand is not going to help us.
That's the problem. Is it's probably got to be at least $500,000.
That's the problem. Is the car business, especially exotics, is so capital intensive. It's hard.
Yeah, but if someone wants a a return that's maybe 7%, we'd be willing to entertain that. So.
If I sell the McLaren and rent my house out,
right? Please clickbait the heck out of that Lambo. Done. You're painting it, didn't look that bad in camera. The front bumper's atrocious on that Mustang. It's just horrible.
It's amazing what the camera hides.
Yeah, it is. It is. $500,000 Canadian with a 29% return. No. Honestly, that's not even enough money. Apparently, because the Canadian dollar is worth nothing right now. Jeez.
Yeah, that's one car.
That's what you got to consider. Like, we're talking, most of the cars we're buying are $150,000 to $250,000. So, for us to have enough inventory to be able to sell 2 to 3 or 4 cars a month, you need $1 million plus, which is what we have right now. We have over $1 million that we work with. So it makes it, yeah. Try calling FTX. That ship sailed.
Yeah.
We can just stake our cryptocurrencies and get 38%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And NGS coin.
5% notice. Yeah.
NGS coin. We should do that, Dan.
NGS coin. I'm down. Yeah. I realize that bond is 5%, but hey, you're investing in a boring ass bond. Don't you want
You can put your money in a savings account now and get 4.5%, and you can pull it out whenever you want with no penalty.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
So why would you do a bond at 5 when you're locked in?
I mean, 18-month CDs are giving 5 too. At least you get it back in 18 months.
But it's locked in for 18 months.
Yeah.
Yes, our current floor plan has a variable interest rate tied to prime. So that's why we're interested in if someone were to offer a lower interest rate, because when we first got going, it was actually pretty reasonable. And wow, did that change?
Yeah. Yeah. Free test drive if you were here in person, right?
I mean, if you're investing a ton of money in us, we would be able to work out test drives. Yes.
You could drive whatever you want.
Yeah. I mean, we'd probably, if you put in enough money, we would put you on our insurance policy, and then you could drive some of our cars.
Excellent. Yes.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yes, we have 3 months. I think it's 3 months on the floor, or 3 months you pay it down, and then 6 months you have to pay it off.
Yeah. If the Mustang sells quick and fetches the higher end of asking price, will it switch your business model to cheaper, less exotic cars? Probably not.
I sold cheaper, less expensive cars for 10 years. I sold, I don't know, a lot, thousands, and the problem is way more hassle.
So, like, the problem is the margin's about the same, right?
Yeah, you buy a $10,000 or $15,000 car and you make $1,500 or $2,000 or something.
Right. You buy $100,000.
I'd have to sell 10 of those to do one Ferrari or one Lambo or whatever. Make the same amount of money.
Yeah. Cool. I want to drive Dan's truck.
All right. Give us $1 million. You can drive whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can take my boat out, whatever you want to
do. Line of credit. I mean, that's what a floor plan is. It's a line of credit. That's what we're using.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like we said, if we could get it at a lower interest rate, it would help us tremendously, because our current interest rates are not that great.
Yep.
It just is what it is. I want to drive Dan's mower. Come cut my grass. You're more than welcome to.
There's a prerequisite. Yeah, you have to have a Miller Lite in the cup holder, though.
Actually, terrible idea. I tried that.
Is it
my yard? It's way too bouncy. It ends up spilling the beer everywhere. Oh shit!
You're not drinking it fast enough.
Damn. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Hey. Oh, thank you.
Can't offer you a low interest rate line of credit, but here's a start. Well, thank you. Wow, that's a legit amount of money.
This is a great question. I'll let Dan answer it.
How many players? Oh my god! Apparently, all of them on the internet have asked to buy the Huracan. I actually filmed a video talking about that exact thing, and it's coming out next week. And it's just, you know what? I want that car to be gone just because I'm so sick of dealing with the tire kickers on that car. It's insane. It's like a different world how bad that car has been to sell versus everything else we've sold. Like, it gets, I mean, I'm not even kidding when I say we've had literally hundreds of people like trying to act like they're gonna buy the car, or giving us lowball offers, or just making stupid offers. Like literally 5 times a day, I get it every single day. Every time I hear my phone ding for a messenger, I'm just, yeah.
Yep. Just mute those. Check them later.
Yeah. It's shocking. Anyway, 200 Canadian looking pretty good now, eh? I'm not gonna refuse that. That's a good amount of money. Damn, yeah.
No, I think he wants to buy the Mercy for 200.
Oh.
Oh, 200K Canadian. Oh, sorry. I wasn't reading that correctly. Yeah. No, that's still pretty cheap. It's I think it's the purple. Did the Huracan attract more scammers than usual? Yes. 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Way more. What do you use to filter them out?
A lot of experience.
Yeah, the problem is you can't, because you get the problem. Here's the weird thing is, like, actual buyers sometimes are not super easy to read people.
Yeah.
Because everyone's being all guarded and trying not to, like, you know, spill the beans, and they're trying to get the best deal. So it's just,
it really tells people the benefit of going through somebody that's knowledgeable, and rather than trying to sell it on your own. Because if you haven't dealt with this before, you list your car for sale, especially if it's a Lambo or something, you're going to get hit with all these same people. And if you don't know kind of what to expect or have been there before, it's overwhelming. You're just like, what is going on right now?
Seriously, this car alone makes a strong use case of why people trade in cars. Because it's so much easier. It's so much less hassle. Just unbelievable.
That's a really good question.
That is a good question. I like
I
this one.
I was like, oh, that's...
They are both absolutely terrible, but in different ways.
Yeah. I mean, the Porsche people are frustrating because they're legitimate buyers, but like, the weird thing is, and I'm gonna get flack for this one, but whatever, I don't care. The Porsche buyers are the cheapest assholes on earth. I mean, seriously, they're just,
they want it perfect and they want it cheap.
They want the most screaming deal on earth, and it has to be flawless. And, you know, in anything that's like deviating away from perfection, and it's just like, nope, I'm out.
Well, what they like to do, and it always pisses me off, is they'll come look at the car, they'll waste all of your time asking all of these detailed questions and everything, and then when it all said and done, they have their little list, and then they make you a ridiculous offer that's not even close. And they expect you to take it because they did all this research and found all the problems with it, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, you're not even close, dude. Oh, well. Yeah, it's
Jesus.
I mean, you kind of do have a blue check mark to make to buy. If someone's serious and they put a down payment, that's kind of a blue check mark.
Yeah. Well,
not getting that money back. So
we just kind of put in a hard policy that now we stopped allowing people to do test drives unless they have a deposit, because we've wasted so much time. So many people are trying to get free rides, or just like, we've had people who literally are like, oh, I want to, I'm interested in this in your car. They go test drive and they're like, oh, I found another one. I'm going to buy the other one. So basically it was like they found one they liked that's not local. So they knew that we were local and could come take a test drive just to see if they liked, that car.
Yeah.
So we're just like, no, we're done with test drives unless you're like a legitimate buyer, and the way you can prove you're a legitimate buyer is, okay, what's worse, tire Quakers or Corvette jean shorts and grass stained New Balance? Ooh.
Corvette tire kickers or Huracan tire kickers.
Yeah.
I think the Huracan ones are probably worse.
So far, I think the Huracan's worse.
Wow.
Yeah. Dan, that policy is tough, man. No, it's not. It literally will not ever deter someone who's a real buyer. If they're legitimately going to buy our car, they will put down a deposit in order to drive it. Would not deter them. What percentage of people show up but don't buy? I would say 50%.
Actually show up to look at it in person. Yeah, probably 50%.
Yeah. Because you got to remember, most of our buyers aren't local.
Most of our deals, they never even see the car.
Yeah. Like, which is funny. A lot of the people buy the car, they don't even fly out to look at it. And I think it's part of it is like we're trying to provide as honest a assessment of the car as possible, so you can at least feel reasonably comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no one else is making YouTube videos saying, here's the things that are broken.
Right. Yeah, I know. Like, they're always like, oh, look how perfect the car is.
Yeah. Pristine condition.
Yeah.
This is funny.
Corvette guys have arthritis in the knee. They can't tire kick as hard. That's funny. Have we ever had anyone fly out to Austin to look at the car and not buy it? Yes. That has happened.
Do we have somebody fly out and not buy?
I think so.
I can't recall.
We've had people drive quite long distances and not buy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. Has anyone flown? I can't remember now if anyone's flown out.
I don't think so.
Usually that's a pretty strong commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe no. I may have been wrong. Yeah, maybe no one has.
They are.
Yeah, they're our favorite. Generally speaking.
Yeah, I mean they're better than like BMW or Mercedes or Audi buyers.
Yeah. No, it's weird. There's definitely cultural things at play. The people who want certain cars are just, there's certain cultures about them, and it makes buying and selling them very apparent about these cultures. Just saying. Refundable deposit. I've got $5,000 for a Huracan test drive. I mean, sometimes refundable.
I say the only way it's refundable is if they find something on the car that we didn't disclose. If
there's a legitimate reason for them to not buy the car.
Reason, okay,
that's fair.
No,
but if it's purely like, I don't like the way it drives, well, then you were just doing a joyride, not a test drive, and we're keeping your money. And part of it's also, you got to remember, as soon as someone is serious enough to like arrange that stuff, they're locking out that car, right? So like, if you're legitimately wanting to buy the car, you're going to want to put a deposit on the car, because otherwise someone else is going to buy it. Especially on, like, for example, the 458. The 458 is not going to be around very long.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to sell fast. So if you want that car, you put a deposit on it, because otherwise you might not get it. And if you're not local and you're wanting to come out to do a test drive, by the time you're going to book plane tickets and all that shit, you kind of want to make sure that the car is going to be there. So, yeah.
Oh, you got to give this guy his... Go ahead, Dan.
Hey, Dan and T, my wife is sitting next to me, not watching the video with me. Can you give her a shout? Say, hey, and is it Angel or Angeli? Watch this video with Cody now.
Do it now.
Do it now.
I think it's the combination of both on this.
Yeah, I mean, we probably have more access to the Ferrari world because of the history of the channel.
Yeah. Well, and how many like 430s have you personally had a hand in selling at this point? Like over 100.
I mean, yeah, if you're talking like the consultation stuff,
yeah,
hundreds plural.
100. Yeah. So
easily.
Yeah, you have like built-in knowledge of the Ferrari side.
I've personally driven probably 50 plus 430s now.
Wow.
Yeah. How long do you keep cars around on average? I'm gonna say
30
month.
days probably.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We both had the exact same. That's pretty good. All right, that's probably pretty accurate then.
Actually, it's
32.7 days.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, here you go. I had someone from Facebook test drive my 430, drove it with me in the passenger seat, drove like a maniac. I almost fought him. So officially never allowing test drives again with money locked in.
Yeah.
And that's the other problem. We've had people, that's the thing. You're letting someone drive a very, very expensive car and you have no idea if they're full of shit, if they have any experience in a car like this, all those things. And like, yes, technically our insurance will cover it, but holy crap, can you imagine having to deal with that nightmare? So that's part of our thing is now if someone is serious, we'll take them for a test drive.
Yeah.
We're not going to let them drive it. It's just sorry. And that eliminates the people who are just trying to like figure out, oh, I just want a free ride in the car, right? So
we can't sell Hellcats. They're not easy and problem free. Most of them don't have the money.
Yeah.
What's the engine size in a Hellcat?
Large.
Just like how big? 400, 500, whatever it is. That's the average credit score of the people who want to buy it.
Oh,
got him. Chrysler 300. The Chrysler 300 is their credit score.
Well, that's lower. Like the Hellcat's got a bigger engine.
That's true. Yeah.
You see, like the 392 Hemis. That's their credit score. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Does anyone have an estimate on how many Ferraris have been built since 1990, or at least from say 2000 onward?
You know what? I have Chat GPT up. I'll ask it.
Ooh,
dude, actually, I bet it could figure it out. 430s are so badass, aging like fine wine. I agree.
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but I agree.
Dan, can I call you the 430 whisperer? I mean, you can, but I'm not.
He's the F430 whisperer. Oh.
Yes, I like this. A test drive is to solidify a deal, not convince a sale. Exactly. If you're not convinced, don't waste our time with a test drive. If you're like, I just want to verify this car is the 430 or whatever I want to actually buy, or like, hey, I just need to make sure it drives right. Totally understood.
Yeah.
I want the same thing when I'm buying a car. I want to make sure it drives right. But if it's like, I'm not sure if I want to buy a 430 or a Lamborghini or a Porsche, we're not the place to go to figure that out, because now you're wasting our time.
So ChatGPT says 71,000 Ferraris have been built from 1990 to 2020.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let's see. I got a base model Charger with a 12% interest over 10 years.
12% is really good on a Charger.
Only 5K markup.
12 is good on a Charger.
I know, 12. Damn, you did really. Man, you haven't been screwing your credit up enough.
No, it should be more like 20.
Yeah, 18. Yeah. Basically, if it's not at least like a credit card rate.
Yeah.
Don't forget the 24-inch wheels that are, at a 24% interest rate.
Yeah, the wheels are financed too. When I bought my Viper, having never driven one, guy just threw me the keys and said, "See you in a bit." I was nervous to sell. Ooh, that guy's got good insurance.
Yeah.
He probably just really didn't care. I mean, that's the thing. Like, personally, if I had a car I was really trying to get rid of, I wouldn't give a shit if someone drove it and then wrecked it, because I'd be like, well, guess what you're going to do? You're going to be paying me a lot of money.
Yep.
But for the dealership, we don't want to lose our insurance. Our insurance is astronomically expensive. So we don't ever want to make a claim, ever. Because we'll probably get dropped, or it'll just be so expensive that we can't even do it anymore.
Yep.
So, what car do each of you wish you could keep that you sold? I mean, my 458 I miss. I love the Superleggera. And I don't like it, the specific car we had, but I wouldn't mind having a Scud.
There you go.
Was cool.
Yeah.
Like, I would want a different spec. I didn't like the spec we had, but I really kind of feel like I would almost like to have a Scud personally for a while, just because I really
It would be pretty cool to own for a while.
Yeah, that would be
so good. They're just so good.
That absolutely would be.
Yeah.
I don't know that I had an 85 like Silverado, just short cab, single box or single cab, short box. Jeez. That truck was amazing. You'd rattle the keys and it would fire up. But just that old, the 80s Chevy they had a good interior and everything. So I missed that truck, but
I had a Toyota Tacoma, an old one from the 90s that was a 5-speed 4-wheel drive.
Nice.
Extended cab, and I loved that truck. I wish I'd have it still. It's probably worth more now than it was when I sold it back like 15 years ago.
Yep. I needed something that, that truck couldn't go on the highway if you drove it at highway speeds for more than an hour, it would vapor lock.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So I needed something I could drive to college that wouldn't like make me stranded halfway there. So.
Yeah.
The thing about the California was it was complicated situation. It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
And I don't want to explain the whole thing. And so that situation is not repeatable. So it's different. Serious buyer purchases are based on trust. You guys have built trust with your viewers and your assessment of the exotics you have for sale. I want to feel and enjoy watching your channel. Thank you. And that's exactly. We try and be truthful and honest and not hide stuff and just lay it out there because we feel like that's the right way to do it. We feel like it brings a better level of trust to us and also makes it so that we don't have to worry about people being mad at us. Like the last thing we need is people running around on the internet going, they screwed me or something like that. I don't want that. That doesn't help us.
Yep.
Dan, would you consider the tech industry a safety net for you? Or are you unemployable at this point in the industry? Clearly not. I got a phone call from an old friend trying to hire me last week. And he threw a very large sum of money in my direction. And I was like, I actually talked to these two guys about it. I was like, dear God, that's like, it was a 3-month contract and the contract was multiple 6 figures. And I was like,
yeah.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah. I think there was a brief joke of we'll form a fake person and split it 3 ways.
Yes, we did joke about that.
It was that much money. We could split it 3 ways.
Even if we split it 3 ways, it would still be very good pay. Yeah. I was like, damn. So I would say, yes, it is a safety net for me. But I don't want to have to go there. Really don't. So, yeah. Let's see what else we got. Amazing how fast chargers rust out here in the Midwest. Yeah.
They're thin metal.
Yeah. You guys are very transparent and no-brainer to buy a supercar from you guys. Thank you. We're trying. That's the goal, right? Dan, did you tell Meg about the job offer? Yes, I did. And we both were like, God, that would be nice. I mean, I'll put it this way. It was a contract for 3 months. And it was almost more money I've ever made in an entire year in software.
Yep.
Like including if I don't include bonuses and stuff, it is larger than any salary I ever had. So like,
yeah, it sounded like a ton of work though. So.
Yeah.
Oh, it was 90+ hours a week. You would be every single day and stressful. I mean, it was a very difficult situation.
The 355 was sold to a guy in Chicago.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's where it went?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw Ferrari Boston had a yellow 355 like convertible. I was like,
oh, really? Is it a manual?
I didn't look that closely. They have a white and blue Pista that is just amazing. So I was looking at that things I can't afford, but
yeah, right.
Tyler, was it you and I that saw the Pista in Monterey that was just had the purple carbon fiber or whatever on it?
Yeah, it's the ruby red carbon fiber.
Or ruby red, yeah.
God.
That was the best Pista I've ever seen.
So this was basically that just with dark blue.
Okay, that's cool
and
too.
It was like, oh shit, why is it $700,000?
If only it was $200,000.
Yeah. Well, they originally posted on Instagram and it just said 48, and Pista must have been really small, So I was like, oh shit, a 48? Like in that color scheme? I'm gonna go see how much it is. And it was a Pista. I was like, oh well, no, that's not doing that.
Well, let's change with things.
Yep.
You still loving your Klein?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's fun. It makes that car what it should have been.
It just wakes it up, right? Whoa. Oh, he must have just lost power.
Oh,
Dude.
Oh.
Did you lose power?
I'm here.
Whoa, it's like shaking.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see me.
We can barely hear you.
The tab went away. I don't know what happened.
we
Oh,
can
dude.
see you and hear you, but barely.
Your mic's not working.
No.
That
Sorry.
was, dude, that was definitely the lightning, because look, it was like frozen
It
with
flashed. That was weird.
light. That was cool.
Yeah, it was definitely the lightning. Hold on. Let me figure this out.
That was cool, man. Let's see. Dan, was that Pista at the Howard that's blue with silver stripes? That was the one on your channel before. That car was insane. That was
Jocko's Pista.
Jocko's Pista.
That car is badass.
It's a sick car. My fiance isn't into cars at all. She randomly texted me a picture of seeing a Pista. Like, is this expensive? You're like, yes,
Oh God. Aaron, can you hear me now?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
All
Your
right.
mic is back on.
Yeah, it tripped the dock that the computer runs everything through.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
That was fun. Yeah.
You should
That
have
was-
seen the screen, Tyler. It got bright and it froze for about 4 seconds, and then
Oh, I love it.
Dude, yeah. You
go back and watch it later.
What time? 1 hour and 20-ish minutes in.
All right,
Go
I'll check
watch
it out.
Go watch it tomorrow or something. It's dude.
Yeah.
It looks like you could tell it was the lightning that caused it. It was cool.
Yep. Also, the all my network stuff's on a battery. The laptop's obviously has its own battery, and I'm plugged in, via Ethernet. So the camera stayed on, but the audio stuff cut out. My display cut out.
Nice, nice.
That's funny.
That was cool. Generator, I got one.
I mean, generator wouldn't stop a power blip like that. That
No.
was lightning hitting a line or something.
Yeah, I'll say something close by you got whacked.
Yep.
Why haven't we filmed at the Howard lately? Definitely a cool place because the lighting there sucks. And
Yeah,
every single
pretty
time
bad.
we film a video there, people bitch about the lighting.
Yep. It's beautiful in person, but for cameras, it's no good.
It's mood lighting. It is
Yep.
for humans, not for cameras.
Yep.
So I almost told Josh, I basically said we kind of forbid filming there because it's just is annoying.
We
Dealing
can do a talking video there, but
That's about it.
that's
And even
about
that,
Yeah.
it comes up terrible.
it. Yeah.
Alive there is always fun, but
The sound is pretty bad.
true.
So now that I have the room set up with all the sound absorption and stuff, I mean, I love filming the lives here.
Oh, I told you, it's so much better.
It is. It is very, very nice.
Yep.
I mean, I like working in this room. It's really cool.
Nice.
What's the story with the Howard? Weren't you looking at buying it before the current owner went balls on it? Yeah, I was going to make an offer on that property, and found out that Richard had already bought it before I made my offer. So I didn't he actually made his offer like a few days before I did, before I was going to, and I was actually calling Richard to ask if it was a good idea to buy that property, and he's like, "Oh, I just bought a commercial property." I'm like, "Oh, really? What's the address?" And he told me. I'm like, "Wait a minute, that's the property I was looking at." And he's like, "No kidding. Well, I just bought it." I'm like, "God damn it!"
So yeah, would have been a good idea.
Yeah,
I love it.
yep. I did talk to him about this property, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's a good move. You need to be doing this." It's funny. I like having people who know this stuff better than me verify that I'm not just being a dumbass.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about it before the live, and just on the whole commercial side of things, you have to think so much differently. It just
It is.
blows my mind.
It's so different than buying a house or buying anything else. Like it just, yeah, it's very, very complicated and totally different way of looking at how to use your money. What was your plans with the building? Are you talking about the one I didn't buy or the one I'm going to buy?
He's who asked the other question. So if you had to have bought the building that Howard's in, what would have your plans been?
I mean, we would have been using the warehouse space to put cars in it. I would not have turned it into what it is.
It's arguably much cooler now.
Oh, no, 100%. I could have never afforded what Richard did to it. And furthermore, I don't have that kind of like vision. Give me a break.
Yep.
Well, commercial property is the Wild West. It is absolutely stupid. It makes no sense. The prices are everywhere. Like I'm laughing because people looked up the property I'm buying and saw the price that it was listed at and were just aghast that it cost that much. Oh my God, I can't believe it's that much. I'm like, first of all, welcome to Austin. And second of all, welcome to commercial real estate. It is not as cheap as residential. And furthermore, it's insane. Like there was a property that Josh and I went to, looked at, and called the realtor, like, we're like, hey, we're just kind of trying to feel out like how much you're looking to get for this property. Because again, commercial, they don't list them like to do, like there's no MLS system. They're not just like listed on one website and, no, they're like, half of them aren't even listed. Like you have to like drive by and see the sign or know someone who knows someone, and just stupid crap. So anyway, we saw this one, we looked at, we're standing in the lot. We called the number on the billboard, and it was a 1 acre lot with no utilities, nothing done to it, not even graded or anything. And they wanted like, what was it, like 700,
600K
600
just for the lot. Yeah.
Just for a lot. We're like, you're smoking crack.
Yeah.
So LoopNet is here, but it's crap. I mean, it doesn't have hardly anything on it. There's, I would say maybe 10 to 15% of the commercial properties available are actually on LoopNet.
Yeah, it's pretty pitiful.
You think residential realtors are lazy? There's nothing in commercial. Seriously. Yeah.
I mean, funny enough, someone just sent me this. There's apparently a brewery being sold in Austin for $459,000.
That
Really?
seems cheap.
That's
seems
super.
cheap.
Something's wrong because it says their cash flow is $440,000 and their gross revenue is $2.2 million. And
No.
that's a lie if they're only selling for $450,000.
No, that's probably like the down payment to do like a owner lease back or whatever.
We should look into that. What if it's for real? We should buy a brewery, NGS Brewery.
I'm
Someone
down.
can help us get it going. We can satellite off your brewery.
There you go.
Seriously.
I don't know. I'm not going to say I know how to run a brewery, but I've done it. So
Send us a
We
link.
can figure it out.
When it's all done, when we're all done tonight, send the link. Oh, we only got 1 minute anyway, so send the link.
yeah, I will.
Dan, if you had to guess how much did it cost to finish the Howard, I'm going to say $400,000. That's my guess.
Well, he's still working on it too. So
Yeah,
dear Lord.
He's always doing something new.
true.
Did you guys see the liquor bottle thing he put in?
Yes.
Yeah.
That thing's cool.
I haven't seen it in person yet, but the
It
picture he
looks
sent is
really
pretty
cool
neat.
in person.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I hate I hate real estate. I hate dealing with real estate, I should say. But here I am doing it again.
Yep. At least it's commercial this time.
Does he make money for the place or just his pleasure? I don't know. I'm not his bookkeeper.
He does. I don't think he makes anything.
If he is, he's probably not like banking. I don't think he's trying to make a bunch of money on it.
Well, he's told me that he hasn't made anything on it. It runs in the red every year.
Well, I can't forever
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then it becomes a hobby and not a business.
yeah.
So, all right, it's 9:30. Gonna call it good, mostly because I'm just curious about seeing this property now.
Right?
So,
I got to get off my phone and onto here so I can send it to you.
okay. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. We will see you next
See
week.
you later.
Cheers, y'all.
Have a good one.